ended up moving. However, I come up here to Uptown Whittier quite often. I'm seeing that you're in the process of redevelopment. And I'm hoping that the redevelopment committee pays a little bit more attention to Americans with disabilities.
Steve, let me interrupt you. We're here tonight on a special topic item, and that relates to the item on the agenda, so that you're talking is beyond the scope of that.
Okay, I was just hoping that the agencies that come forward will pay just a little bit more attention to the handicap in their designs.
Thank you.
Good evening, Whittier City Council. My name is Magdalena. My friends call me Maggie. And I'm here because 5 years ago, I made an appointment to come and speak with Jessica Martinez, my councilwoman, and also with the city manager, Brian, and I spoke about my concerns about the infrastructure problems that we had and the fact that we had a lot of lighting issues. And 5 years later, nothing has been done. I personally have heard Brian say that he did not tell the Whittier City Council about certain things that were very important to the city. One of them was about the trees. So when you voted on 12/2023, at that time, you were not told by our city manager that all the trees were gonna be cut. I think that that is very negligent, and it created a lot of trauma in our community. And also, he also stated that that Pickering was the worst street. Until this day, Pickering is still the worst street. So I really wish that we had a city manager that lived in Whittier, that really cared about the people in the city of Whittier, and one that takes care of our infrastructure along with our city council. And I think that's so important. And these acts of negligence have actually caused a lawsuit for the city and a lot of trauma in our community. So for that reason, I'm very concerned, and I'm also very concerned about the lack of transparency and the fact that there was only 2 days to be put out for this meeting. I think that the city of Whittier needs to be more transparent, and that the public should be aware about these meetings, because a lot of them are paying attention and they should be here. Thank you very much.
Good evening, guys. It's Javier Garcia, again with Whittier Parents. Brian Siki is not good for Whittier. He's corrupt. He does not care about the residents' voice. And again, he's corrupt. My wife was attacked. Brian Siki knew about it. The chief told me he answers to Brian. Brian never did nothing for my wife and to give my family justice. I had a meeting with him last week. I asked him, please give me justice for my family. I asked Chief Barr, give me justice for my family. Those cops that showed up on site, none of them bothered to give my wife an emergency restraining order. The officer that was with my wife that night, again, next to her medical bed at the hospital, he didn't do his job. He didn't give my wife an option to get an emergency restraining order. Brian does not care about the residents. He's corrupt. This holiday, seeing our city so sad, no business here in Whittier for the holidays. We have such a beautiful city, such a gem. It's sad and it's embarrassing. He needs to be removed. He's corrupt. He was brought in here to destroy our city and take our rights as residents. He is not a good leader for our city. He's just another person that Joe puts to take the fire. You know, I've showed you guys that Chinese investors are coming here to take our small little businesses. We could do a better job. Riverside has miles of traffic during the holidays, a 2-hour wait to get out of the freeway. Why do we not have that? Other cities have a prospering business going in the holidays. You guys are putting businesses purposely out of business to bring other investors. We got to stop the corruption. We got to start with getting rid of Brian. And we should elect a city manager and a chief. No chief should be appointed. He should be voted in. There's no term limits. Because you guys know why there's no term limits? Corruption. Corruption, corruption. They're taking the voice away from the residents. Dutra didn't bother to come out and check on my family's well-being as well. Why didn't you come out, Brian? You saw the ambulance, you saw the 4 police cars out there. Our city needs a good cleanse of corruption. We need a thorough investigation on everything being done. Kathy Warner, she has her pockets in our business with the trash company. Come on, guys. We're a corrupt city. There's no justice here for residents. Brian should be the start of being removed from the corruption in our city. Again, business owners, building owners, united. Doesn't matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, we could get rid of this corruption. And I'm here to fight, but I need your guys' support.
Good evening. Good evening, City Council and staff. My name is Stephanie, and I actually wrote down what I want to say because I think it's important. If you look at our city's website, there is an actual authority, ladder of authority, we call it in police work, chain of command, and it has the citizens on top. And then it has city council, and then it has our city manager, and so on and so forth. I bring this up because today's topic is Brian Sankey. I'm aware that he has sought employment in another city. I applaud him for doing so. The reason I say that is because I don't think Brian Sankey is a good fit for our city. And here are the reasons why. He has misled Whittier residents in several community meetings, some of which I was present at. He provided us with either incomplete or misleading information involving the annexation of Whittier Boulevard, the Uptown Promenade, the drug treatment homes, and let's not forget the legal ramifications it has led to. And now the city has to pay litigation on Uptown Promenade because of some of what was said by the previous speaker. Brian, if he has brought embarrassment to our city, our residents, by not fact-checking information prior to disclosing it as a fact to our community and to you. Residents have raised concerns about his drinking. I don't know if that's true or not, but if he is drinking while he's working, I think that's vicarious liability and we should be concerned about that. And unfortunately, it's bring his character and his honesty into question. The other thing I wanted to talk about, this is a personal matter in my own neighborhood. 3 years ago, I asked him for traffic calming measures on Janine Drive. And I know our city councilwoman directed my email to him. Kathy, he never got back to me with those promised LED or solar speed radars. He said we were gonna get them, we never got them, that was 3 years ago. Since then, 2 cars have crashed into properties, damaging properties because they were speeding. And it's also led me to having to collect over 70% of signatures on Janine Drive so we can get speed humps. I think it's ridiculous. I please urge you to please not renew his contract if that's what this is about. Please let him go to another city. Thank you.
If there are any speakers